Launch strategies that work, that every creator, brand, and business should know about, and that you can start executing immediately. Starting strong with number one, which is the founder-driven drag and drop strategy, like this.
Lena, 21 years old, and I just opened up my own yarn brand. It was now time to prepare everything for the drop number two.
This specific launch strategy is deep-rooted in storytelling elements. This is where the creator is the vehicle for marketing the brand's journey, story, and roots. And it's one of my personal favorites because it immediately gets people invested. If you're someone who wants to use this strategy, I'm going to pop up a mini brief on how I would execute, moving right along to using a disruptive marketing launch strategy, like this.
Like this. Ready, girls? You ready? Gonna be ready.
Ready.
Or like this. This is the kind of launch strategy to use to get people to expect the unexpected when it comes to your brand, and is designed to be a pattern disruptor on Instagram so that you and your brand can stand out. Another launch strategy that performs extremely well on Instagram is immersive street marketing. I should know because that's what I used for my brand, but so did brands like this one. At the core of this launch strategy is shareability. If you want to put this launch strategy into motion, this is what I recommend. On Instagram, what I love is that it's really not about how you sell, it's about how you show up. You need to focus on how to tell your story in a way that makes your community feel like it's theirs too. Your launch strategy is one of the most important parts of your business, so let's make sure you don't miss your moment.
Let's talk shit. When we launched Constipation for Array, we knew that we had to make the campaign, the launch campaign, really freaking good. Everything from the branding to the packaging had to be spot on in order to beat the taboo when it comes to talking about constipation. For reference, this is what we launched. The goal behind the product was to create a product that was free of harsh laxatives and could really get people regular, because there's really nothing worse than being constipated. But we knew that if the launch campaign and the packaging wasn't perfect, people would kind of shy away from talking about it. So this was our PR package. This box, which says "Let's talk shit" over here and backup for when you're backed up at the bottom or around the sides, had our constipation capsules, toilet paper, which was branded, this candle from Fleur, what else? Matches, branded matches right there, and then a door tag that says "Please do not disturb." Right here, all about the product. Now, we used our in-house designers to design all of these elements, and then we put it into Pietra to get quotes for what it would cost us to get PR packages, and then got everything done with Pietra, and then they boxed everything up, sent it to our influencers and our customers. However, if you are a smaller brand and maybe don't have the budget to hire your own designer, Pietra actually has something really interesting on the back end, which helps you create the design. Let me show you what I mean. So this is what Pietra looks like on the back end, okay? So you can submit any sort of design, your existing design, or there's a product design studio, or you can create a brand kit. There's tons of options just like this. Now, say you're a younger brand with no graphic designer who can mock something up like this for you guys, then you use the AI tool that they have to put in your inspo for whatever design things that you've seen that you want applied to whatever you're creating. It's actually really cool that they've integrated AI into their whole backend system. And if you're like us and have someone on your team or you creating your designs, then you just submit it over here, and it basically tells you what the product cost is going to be, and you pick your like printer based on the costs and all of that. And when you request a custom project, this is everything that comes up. Honestly, the response time from everyone is so quick. There's so many different suppliers on there, so you know you're going to find someone you can trust to bring your vision to life. The reason we started using Pietra for our printing was because, number one, everything was like in front of your face in terms of what was available to you, like in terms of printers, costs, all of that. And also they have the ability to assemble PR packages, which is something that's really important to us, because not only do we send it to influencers, but we actually send our PR packages to customers, which is a tip that I would give to anyone running a brand. Make sure you treat your customers like influencers, because they are the ones who are buying your product, and they need to be given that same level of respect that you would otherwise dedicate to influencers or celebrities. Your customers are influencers and they are celebrities in your brain. We sent our PR packages to our customers and they were thrilled. And honestly, getting tagged in those TikTok videos of our customers receiving our PR packages was like one of my favorite moments of this whole launch. So moral of the story is that when you are launching something, make sure you have a really well thought out campaign so that people start to talk about it. Right now, more than ever, because of the saturation of brands out there, brands have to be really creative in order to get people talking. Number 2, obviously use Pietra to just streamline your whole printing process and design process if you don't have a designer. And number 3, always treat your customers like influencers.
This is how I slay every single one of my launches. I've owned a drop-based business model for about 3 years now, and I feel like I've cracked the code, at least with my audience, on how to gear up for a launch. Anytime I do this like series of social media posts, it truly makes the launches go so seamless, so much hype, and when I don't do it, my launches pretty much flop. First things first, you're gonna pick a launch day. Every company has a launch day that they stick to. You are gonna pick a day and you're never gonna launch on another day. Ours is Thursday. So say my launch is next Thursday. The week before that, on the Thursday before that, I'm gonna drop a teaser. It's gonna be in reel form so it gets the most amount of exposure, and the caption is just gonna be the name of the collection, like ice cream drop, available this date. That's it. The teaser reel is like a couple seconds. It shows the product, but not everything in the collection. Maybe just like one outfit or one piece of the collection. And it's just like a little teaser, a little like, you know, sprinkle of what you're gonna launch. The next day is like an information day. So that Friday, you're gonna post a series of stories explaining what the collection is, everything that you can buy, options, colors, sizes, whatever it is, all the information on your collection. You're also gonna post a feed carousel post with photos that are really product-based photos, so not aesthetic photos, just showing the audience what they can buy. Then later in the afternoon, you're gonna post a reel, either styling it, wearing it, doing something with your product. I usually just film myself putting it on. Saturday, you're gonna post another reel, usually with like a trending audio at that time. I take off Sunday because I feel like I don't wanna be like pushing sales on Sunday. You know what I mean? I don't really like that as like a consumer, so I just skip Sunday. And Monday, you're gonna hit it hard. You're gonna put a Q&A in the morning, ask us anything about this collection. Sometimes I answer it that day or I answer it Tuesday, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm posting a different reel. Reels, people. I usually sprinkle in aesthetic photos, so I usually post 2 times a day on the feed, 1 reel, 1 carousel, sometimes aesthetic, sometimes like informational. I kind of switch it up. Then on Tuesday, since you did the Q&A on Monday, on Tuesday, you're gonna post another series of like what they can get in the collection, maybe telling them like fabric contents or the sizing or just something different, like features of what you're selling. Wednesday, you're gonna get on and be like, don't miss it tomorrow. The launch is at 9 a.m. MST. This is what you're gonna be able to buy. These are, maybe you like sneak peek the prices or sneak peek something. I don't know. Wednesday, just like hype it up. Don't forget to post your reel and your carousel post on Wednesday. I ran out of time. Thursday, you launch. Okay, bye.
4 steps that you need to take in order to have a sellout product launch. First, you're going to create a wait list on your product page and encourage people to sign up to your mailing list. Next, you want to start talking about the launch at least 2 weeks before it's planned, ideally even longer. This includes creating social media content and doing email campaigns. The night before the launch, lock down your website with a password. And the morning of your launch, give early access to your newsletter subscribers before you open up to the public. This is a very high level list of things that you should be doing, so let me know if you want me to go into more detail about anything else.
You are launching to crickets right now, but you're ready to build hype and get real sales every single time you drop something new. Here's what you need to do. So the truth is, most product-based business owners don't even plan their launches. You just kind of wake up and go, oh, I should have a drop this week. Maybe you got your makeup on, you're like feeling in the vibe, so you throw up a few Instagram stories, you make a post, and you're like, all right, I launched it. So this is what I call a let's see what happens launch. And then when no one buys, you start questioning everything. Your products, are you right for this? Your entire life plan. But here's what I want you to know. The problem is not your products. It's not your pricing. It's literally just how you're launching, and you're skipping the 2 most important phases when it comes to having a successful launch. So that's why the sales aren't coming in, and here's what to do instead. I want you to save this video, write this down. This is the 3-phase launch plan that I teach all my students, where I literally just had a girl go from getting $0 per sales in her launches to doing $1,200 in sales in her first hour. Number 1, you need the prep phase. People aren't doing the prep phase. You cannot have a successful launch if you don't prepare and plan. This is where you get clear on your messaging, all of your assets, so your content, your videos, any kind of graphics. All of this is done in the prep phase before you even think about dropping anything on social media. This is also, by the way, when you make sure everything you're about to drop is fully prepared and ready to roll on Shopify. So you don't wait till the last minute and you're like scrambling trying to get your products added to your dashboard. The second phase is my favorite part. It's the pre-launch phase. And this is where all the freaking magic happens. This is where all the hype starts. So you can do this through teasers, through waitlists, through social proof. There's so many fun ways. And by the way, you can build this out for your business, what works best for you and your products. And this is where you get the ball rolling, the momentum begins. Then we go into phase 3, which is the launch phase. And this is when carts finally open and your product is available to buy. But again, here's the deal. Most people are skipping phase 1 and phase 2 and just hoping that when they launch, it's gonna be successful. But you cannot have a successful launch if you don't do all 3 phases. The sales happen on launch day because of what you do before launch day. So imagine you're in the pre-launch phase and you start dropping hints about your products and your DMs start filling up like, oh my gosh, how can I get this? Where can I buy this? When can I buy this? You give some kind of early access to these people that are already showing hype and excitement. And by the time launch day happens, you may already be sold out or just have a few left. I'm gonna be teaching my whole entire launch system inside my free challenge that I have coming up, where I'm gonna map out exactly what you need to do to hit your first 10K per month in online sales. So if you feel like, yes, I need help with this, cheers, I'll see you inside.